Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I'm working with the Lenovo Ideapad Flex 3. The exact model will be below in the description, but this should help you with any of the Flex 3 series laptops. I'm going to show you how to open it up, access your storage and your memory. So first thing, power down your computer the correct way, make sure it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip the computer over to access our bottom case screws. Now you have 5 screws, 2 in the front of the computer, 3 down by the rear. After these screws are removed, you're going to take a small, flat, preferably plastic pry tool. I say plastic because it'll scratch your case less than a metal one will. And you're going to go across the seam of your bottom case and pry it off from the rest of your computer. It's generally easier to start down by the hinges in either corner. And if you're going around and you get stuck, leave it. Start in the other direction and go the other way. Also, be careful not to put the pry tool too far in. You could damage some internal components. Just keep it on the edge, nice and slow but firm, and you'll be able to get that bottom case off. Once you do, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. As a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like help with tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any replacement or upgrade parts for this specific model computer, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and that will be a list of all those tools and supplies and replacement parts for this specific model computer. Now, before touching any component in a computer, I always either remove or at least unplug my battery. A computer is safest to work on when as little power as possible is running through it. So here's your battery right here. There are 5 screws holding it down. You can see by these white arrows and white triangles, they point out all the screws holding your battery down. So that's how you would get your battery up, and the battery plugs into the motherboard right here. Now, as with any cables or wires in a computer, we try to avoid pulling on the wires themselves as much as possible because they could break or they could come right out of the plug. Instead, we try to focus on the plug if at all possible. So use your fingernails or a pry tool, maybe even a pair of pliers after getting the battery up to pull that out of that port right there. Okay, so this computer has a single M.2 PCIe solid state drive port right down here. This takes the smaller 2242 size drives. And information that I read online says that this computer maxes out at 256 gigabytes for this solid state drive, but I was able to put a 500 gigabyte into one of these computers and it did show up, it did fully read in the computer. So I'm not sure if I just had a different model, but I was able to upgrade to a 500 here. And in addition to this drive, the motherboard will usually have 64 gigabyte eMMC drive integrated into the motherboard. So you have that storage as well. As a reminder, I will have a replacement 256 drive as well as the upgraded 500 drive. I will have both of those options below in the description in that link I told you about with all the replacement and upgrade parts for this computer. As far as the RAM goes, there is actually no removable, replaceable RAM in this computer. The full 4 gigabyte RAM is integrated into the motherboard, and you won't be able to replace or upgrade that, unfortunately. But if you were curious, it is the DDR4 2400 megahertz RAM. And I guess the last thing to shout out about this kind of operation, if you are replacing or upgrading your solid state drive, you may need to install an operating system to it after you install the new drive. If you would like help with that, there will be 2 video links below in the description. One will show you how to install Windows 10. The other will show you how to install Windows 11 onto a Lenovo laptop. But that's the end of this video, how to get inside the Flex 3 and access your memory and storage. Thanks again so much for watching. Please remember to like and share if this helped you out, if you think it can help someone else out. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoy DIY computer content like this, or if you just want to keep me on hand to answer any of your future computer questions. I do try to answer all questions throughout my channel at least a couple times a day. Also, feel free to check out the related links section below in the description. From time to time, I do try to add things in there that I think will help you with your general computer life, make it more productive, more enjoyable. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.